everyone and welcome back. Since we're getting into the hot summer months, I wanted to share with you a lightweight everyday highlight routine. This look's gonna be all about just the really natural finish and the dewy highlight because in the summer months, personally, I like to wear as little powder products as possible. So pretty much 90% of what I have on is all cream formula. Let me just pull this hair back so you guys can get a load of that highlight. I wanted to stay away from a powder highlight just because I feel like you run the risk of it looking like it's sitting on top of the skin, whereas a cream formula really blends in with the skin and looks very natural. So if you would like to see how I created this look, keep watching. The first thing I'm gonna start out with is the Natasha Denona Magic Primer. I like this for daytime. I like it for more dramatic nighttime looks. It's a really good primer. All right, next up for my foundation, as you can see, I'm still pretty dark in my body and a little bit lighter in my face. So I am going to use the Born This Way foundation in the color Honey. But because I want this to be an overall really dewy look, and I think it's better for daytime just because it sort of thins out the foundation, I'm gonna mix it with the Elcie Glow Enhancing Oil. I think before you've seen me use this as sort of a primer first, so I put it on and then I put the foundation over it. This time I'm gonna mix them. So I'm just gonna put a little on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna take the dropper and put 2 little drops in there. So of course with my Beauty Blender, I'm just gonna pick that up and just start patting that into my skin. All right, moving on to the concealer. I'm using something new today. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. These are pretty new, and because I love the foundation so much, I wanted to give these a try. I have medium and tan in my hands, so I think what I'll do is use the tan first, like lightly, and then go over it with the medium to brighten. So again, even though this is tan, it's not a concealer color for me. It's a good color to use to sort of camouflage any darkness. So I'm just gonna put a little bit into the inner part of my under eyes. And then using the pointy end of my Beauty Blender, just gonna go through and beat that till it's blended. So you can see, like I said, that did a pretty good job of just covering up the darkness. Now I'm gonna go in with medium. There is a, what is it, like a medium tan color? There's one in between this and tan, but it has like a really ashy tone. It didn't work well with my skin at all. So this one is my color. So again, this one is just gonna brighten up my under eye area a little bit. But I am gonna go into my forehead. I don't know what that is. And a little around my mouth. I'm actually gonna go in again with the Born This Way concealer in the color Deep because it's nice and blendable. And of course easy to apply because it's got the doe foot applicator. I'm going to just apply that right at the hollows of my cheeks, into my hairline, and of course the tip of my nose. So again, with the round side of my Beauty Blender, just gonna go in and blend that out for, like I said, a more natural and soft contour. Now pretty much the only powder formula I'm using for this look is my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is very convenient because I can do pretty much everything in this look with my Beauty Blender except this part. So just going in under my eyes, into my concealer areas. So with the powder, I'm careful not to apply it everywhere, just really under my eyes, my concealer areas, making sure that I don't get any creases, any lines, and just anything that looks greasy, but overall I wanna keep the finish really natural. Okay, this next part is my favorite because I really like this blush color. This is by Lise Watier, and the color is called, oddly enough, it's called Sand. Does not look like a sand, it looks more like a soft rose or something, but yeah, sand. So what I wanna do with this formula is take the side of my Beauty Blender and just sort of dip it in there And I just want to lightly pat that over my cheeks. Like I said, I kind of want to avoid powder formulas for this look as much as possible. And this color is so perfect for every day. And same thing on the other side, just lightly patting because it does deposit color pretty intensely. You could also apply this with your fingers, totally up to you. And now for the main attraction, the highlight. I'm gonna be using something new from Glossier. They came out with Haloscope. It comes in 2 colors. One is Topaz, it's sort of a deeper bronzy gold highlight, and the other is Quartz, which is a more sort of rosy pearl finish. I've tried a lot of products from Glossier and I really like them, so I was excited to try these out. I like them by themselves, but for this look, I'm gonna mix them because I am a little bit more tan, so the combination of the Topaz and the Quartz looks really good. And you can't really see it because I use them a lot, but in the middle they have sort of like a balm. It's a clear balm that just gives it an even more natural dewy finish. It's made of like almond oil, coconut oil, castor seed oil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna apply this to the back of my hand. This is the Topaz shade. And then I'm gonna go over it with Quartz. So I'm purposely getting enough on the back of my hand that I can grab it with my beauty blender. Wow, my top is out of control. I've pretty much used every possible angle on this beauty blender for one look. So now I'm gonna take this and just turn my head to the side so you guys can see. I'm gonna start applying right at the top of my cheekbone. Start patting that on. And you can see that nice subtle highlight developing. And then I'm gonna go into my brow bone as well. And then just above my arch and sort of finish out that C shape. And you can see that that balm in the center is really giving it that sheen. So I'm trying to give you every possible angle here to show you where I've put it. So again, same spots. Right at the top of the cheekbone, all the way up in a C, up to the arch of the brow, and then into the brow bone. So again, going over to the other side, top of my cheekbones. So just making my way up and over, and just stopping by the arch of my brow. And then I'm gonna take just Quartz and go right to the top of my Cupid's bow, or to my Cupid's bow. I could not love this highlight more. Like I said, it's perfect for every day. And also, these are infused with actual gemstones. So you're basically wearing micro fine gemstones on your face. Actually, now that I look at this, one more little thing I wanna do, just because I'm not really doing any eye makeup at all. I wanna put just a little bit of this right at the center of my lid. And now adding this to the center of my lid is just gonna give my lids that glossy sheen. All right, now that we're done with the highlight, I'm going to tackle these brows and try to make them appear as groomed as possible. Just brush them up first and then start applying them. I haven't used this in a while. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And especially with a daytime look, you guys know I love to focus on just brows and not much else. And of course for the eyes, you can do whatever you like to do for an everyday look. All I'm gonna do is just line the inner rim of my top lash line with a black liner. This is by Hourglass. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of black mascara just to make it look polished. And I'm focusing most of this on the ends. As for the lips, I'm gonna keep it pretty neutral, but I love this pencil too much not to use it. This is by Dolce Gabanna. It is the perfect nude lip liner, and really all I'm doing is contouring my lips. And now I'm gonna go in with this really sheer lipstick by Tarte. The color is Nude, and it has a very minty smell, so it's sort of invigorating, and it's very sheer, like I said. So I'm just gonna go over that for a nice glossy finish. So that does it for this everyday highlight routine. Like I said, just very natural, very dewy, lightweight. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know what you liked about it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.